Well, the takeover saga. Erik ten Hag is fed up of it and has gone ahead to call out the Glazers to really sort it up as soon as possible. And this story is coming in from a credible source, that is Simon Stone, a United correspondent for BBC. Has been a correspondent for United at BBC for a very, very long time, meaning that he's getting these stories or this story from the source. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And we're watching us from, I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now we are discussing the new football director of negotiations at Man United, Matt Hargreaves. Guys, I've been all along asking myself why we aren't really getting a breakthrough into these negotiations, yet this man has not really taken office, and he started to work this week, shockingly, meaning that on Monday, that's when he started. And there is a youngster who is really Norwegian, known as Isak Hansen. Ten Hag has gone ahead to identify him as one of the next superstars to come out of the academy, impress in the first team, and has told him not to go to the under-19 championship because he wants to travel with him to America to be part of the first team. Smash the like button close to 300 times and let's continue to see what news we have for you here onto the United Matters channel, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 14,000 subscribers. We've already hit 13,000, and now I know by the end of this month how many days left to go. 16 days left. We can really do wonders, and I think God is with us and is going to lead the way in a very, very particular way. Now, Simon Stone has confirmed to us that Erik ten Hag keen to do business to strengthen his squad, and a belief some resolution to United ownership saga triggered by the Glazers family in November has to be resolved soon. So obviously Erik ten Hag's desire to be wanting to do something and he cannot do it, that obviously puts him out of the mood, you know. However much he's on holiday with his family, I understand there is a lot going on in his mind, and lots of thoughts are springing in his mind on how he's going to deal with the team next season, as he has gone ahead to do his job as the manager. He has initiated talks with the players he wants, and the players have gone ahead to accept to come to Man United, but the board has put everything on hold because they need to resolve the ownership situation. Even the £100 million that are up to be used, we don't know whether it's supposed to be used or it's allowed to be used in this period of time, because if at all it were, would have seen United trying to go on and really get in players like Mason Mount and so on and so forth. But it looks like it also has some caveats onto it. As it stands, we are all in green, and Erik ten Hag is also green and is in total darkness about this saga. We don't know when it's really going to come to an end. The Glazers are just working hard to see to it that they really get money out of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. And what shocked me today in the story I did about the takeover, it came in from Jacobs Ben, confirmed us that even this week we might really end it without getting any update about the preferred bidder of Man United. That is really so much shocking. If you really know what transfers are all about and what makes transfers special, is you acting fast and getting in your players. And the most important bit of the preseason is all about you integrating your new signings into the team that you have. For example, last season, Erik ten Hag went with only one signing on the preseason. That was Tyrell Malacia. Eriksson, Lisandro Martinez joined the team after we had left Thailand, Australia, and Melbourne. That's when we returned. Eriksson played one game in Oslo, and then Lisandro Martinez played one game at Old Trafford where he played Rayo Vallecano, and that game ended 1-1. Then in the next weekend, in the midweek, we had to play some games. We had to play a game, I think with Wrexham. You know, it was a friendly, and obviously things ended up in a way that we started off badly. I think Ten Hag doesn't want to start off like that. Casemiro came in when he had played 3 games a season. For Anthony, came in through, had played like 6 games, right? Because we had played Brighton, Brentford, Leicester City, Southampton, Liverpool. 5 games. And he played the 6th game. Yet, if at all that entire collection of players that Ten Hag had got in the summer had come in through, and he had gone with them at the preseason in Thailand and Melbourne plus Australia, he would have gone ahead to have had his strong starting 11. And trust me, a lot of things would have been bypassed. One, wouldn't have lost to Brighton, wouldn't have lost to Brentford. Those are 9 points that would have gone ahead to add to the 75 that we collected, making it 84 points. You know, losing to teams like Aston Villa and so many others, I think would have gone ahead to perform better. Even us losing to Real Sociedad, that forced us to play an extra 2 games against Barcelona in the UEFA Europa League, also costed us, because those weeks would have been resting for those days, you know. Instead of resting for 7 days, we ended up resting for 2 in a week, because every 3 days of the week, we had a game. After the World Cup, we played almost 2 games every week. That is Manchester United. And that's why Erik ten Hag is furious and telling them that please solve this as up. Glazers, if you're staying, let us know that you're staying and we draw a plan, you know. If he said Jassim Al-Thani coming in through, let him in. I present over my players and my budget, and we see how we are going to go on with it. If Jim Ratcliffe, let him come and I show him what I want as up, because the window is opening on the 14th of June. Teams have gone ahead to start signing players. Liverpool have already brought in McAllister. Man City are soon getting done with Kovacic, you know. Arsenal, by the end of this week, they might have gone through the deal of Declan Rice, and they're going to go ahead and attack the deal of Caicedo, you know. So Ten Hag is furious, and he knows what this means to his summer. That means he's going to go to the preseason without even any signing, because it's really hard to anticipate that we're going to sign any player at Man United. Why? I told you in the previous video that if at all, even if the announcement is made today that Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani or Sir Jim Ratcliffe have gone ahead, one of those are gone ahead to be named as the preferred bidder, it will take Premier League 3 weeks to really confirm his ownership and take over. Now, 3 weeks from now, today is 14th, that is close to, those are 16 days, 5. And on the 5th of July, that's when players are reporting back to start the preseason training. So he's going to start the preseason training without any player, and we might see ourselves not even getting in the news that we are really waiting in for this week. So let's wait and see how things are going to pan out. But Ten Hag is so much furious about the Glazers and how they're really doing this at a slow pace, because they started this in November. Right now, it's June, mid-June. Nothing has gone ahead to be done. November, December, plus 6 months, 8 months. 8 months of the takeover, and obviously the Glazers are really slow as a snail. So let's wait and see how those things are really going to pan out, and it shows you that we are in a disarray at Manchester United. Another story that shows you that we're in a disarray is all about the person responsible for making all these negotiations. He's known as Matt Hargreaves, and Matt Hargreaves is the new football director who succeeded Matt Judge and Tom Keane. And we've been told by Tron Martial that Matt Hargreaves, who was hired last March as head of negotiation to succeed Matt Judge and Tom Keane, took office this week. Can you imagine? How can you get in a person who is going to negotiate your deals, that transfers on the week, just 1 week before the transfer window opens? That's really ridiculous, guys. It's not even 1 week, it's like 3 days, because he started working this week, you know. Now, what is this that we are doing? It shows you the incompetency of the highest order, you know, and it's really uncalled for. It's uncalled for at Man United. We can't be run like this. When we tell you that the Glazers are running this like a kindergarten, I'm not really trying to really demean them, but it's the fact. Why is it the fact? Look at the kindergarten. A baby can cry anytime he wants. He can sleep anytime he wants, you know? That is it. So, we need better owners. We need better owners. Now, when we come here and call for full sale, there is a clique that really loves Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers that say, no, the Glazers have gone ahead to invest money in the club of Man United. All right, they've injected in money, but have they injected money with the right people? Have they built a philosophy? Have they brought in the best football director in the world? Have they brought in the best football negotiator in the world? Have they brought in the best scouts in the world? Have they brought in the best sports director in the world? Have they brought in a reputable CEO, you know, technical director? They have not. Look at Matt Hargreaves. He has been working at Adidas. Now, has he ever done any negotiations regarding a player joining a team? That is the big question. And when you look at his biography, Mr. Matt Hargreaves, you can really understand where we are as a club of Man United. That is it. Because when you go to Matt Hargreaves, Adidas, all right, let's see his previous role that has been doing, and hey, we are into his LinkedIn. And here he comes. All right, telling me to start a puzzle. So I'm just trying to really get information about him, such that I come in here through and obviously do the needful and obviously get you the real information about him, because we need a lot about him to see whether we are really going to find ourselves in a situation of obviously accepting exactly what he's really taking us through, because this is a really joke. It's a really joke, but even LinkedIn is just doing me nuisance. But they're telling us that United Kingdom, Director of Football Negotiations, Man United, Experienced Sports Marketing Director, North Europe, Football Players and Scouting for Adidas. So I think he has some skill, because if at all you are doing football scouting for Adidas, you need to come out and really convince these players to go on and be signed for Adidas. So I think he has some experience in him, but let's wait and see, you know, whether he's going to do some good work, because previously we've been labeled as a club that is really ridiculous when it comes to doing football negotiations, especially of players crossing from one side to another. And if at all he has that experience, we wait and see how everything is going to pan out, because convincing a player to join Adidas, it's like negotiating a deal of him coming from another team to the other. That's why we are so much linked to Jude Bellingham, because Matt Hargreaves had really done a very good job to convince him to join Adidas. So let's wait and see, but we all understand that he has come in late on the job. I don't know whether he has been really doing some background search, but let's wait and see how we are going to go ahead and really negotiate. And we want to see him start on with the deal of Mason Mount. Let's see whether I can negotiate that down to see to it that Chelsea accepts the £50 million that United want to provide to Mason Mount. Over to this young sensation talent of United that comes in from Norway, and that is Isak Hansen. Now, Frederick, coming in from Norway, has confirmed us that Erik ten Hag and Man United have told Norway that Isak Hansen will not join their squad for the Under-19 European Championships next month. It is on the cards that he will get a chance during preseason. He has impressed with his performances in the first team training. Now, I got a chance to watch this young man play in the first game at Old Trafford that Erik ten Hag played, though it was a friendly, against Roy Volcano. And let me show you his photo, because he's really a very, very exciting young talent that you need to reckon with. And charge your decoders, charge your online platforms that you watch these games at, renew your decoders to watch this young sensation. Very good player, and most people might be shocked that he might be the other player to shine next season out of the Academy of Man United. That is Isak Hansen. He's really good. He's an attacking midfielder. I saw him really do well when you're playing Ray Volcano, press resistant, putting in all the tackles, the drills. He has a good shot on target or good shot on goal. He has an eye for goal. So there is a championship of the under-19s that Ten Hag has told him, please don't go there, stay here. We are going to go with you to America and obviously train with the first team, because you've gone ahead to impress me in the first team, and I believe you are going to have the best of your season. And I think it's good news for the young Isak Hansen as Ten Hag goes ahead to identify talent coming in from the academy of Manchester United. He did the same thing to Alejandro Garnacho. He told him, I don't want to see you play for the under 20 Argentinian side in the World Cup that was concluded last weekend in Argentina. So he's doing it. He's doing the same to this under 19-year-old player of the Norwegian national team. But it's really a sensational, that is a joy for the eye to watch, and will get you off the edges of your seats in the preseason. And you never know, if Atoli plays very well, he can find himself into the starting 11 of Man United, because Ten Hag told us that he doesn't mind about the age of the player, but if Atoli proves to him that he deserves to be into the starting 11 of the team, he'll bring that player in. And they've seen it with Alejandro Garnacho, Facundo Pellistri, Kobe Mainoo, and very many others. So guys, your thoughts onto Ten Hag furious. He wants the United takeover saga to be addressed as up. What do you think about it? What do you make about our negotiator, who is supposed to be negotiating the deals of this summer transfer window, arriving on duty this week? That is very shaming and very annoying. And lastly, what do you make about Isak Aron, who Ten Hag has told, don't go to the Norwegian team to participate in the under-19 European Championship. We are going with you on board to USA, America for the preseason. So I sign out for now. See you later. Good morning. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you all. Ciao, ciao.